man, get on in here, let me talk to you. Hey, look, I remember I made this video about a month ago. I said how working a job is stupid. And I stand on that. Working a job is stupid. And let me explain a little bit more. Look, check this out. You know how people say, man, we're working 2 jobs and we're still living paycheck to paycheck. You wanna know why that is? You would die that way if you don't live in your purpose. Or do what you, look, let me explain something to you what I mean living in your purpose. See, now this is just my personal opinion and maybe I'm wrong. But I believe, this don't make it true, but I believe God gives everybody a gift and a talent, right? It's up to you to decide what that gift and that talent is, right? Now, if you never figure out your gift and your talent and you just go get a job, no matter how hard you work on that job, they will never pay you enough. And let me break it down a little bit more. See, when you go to a job will give you a slice of the pie every week. Every week, the job will give you a slice of the pie. And over time, you will have consumed the whole pie. But look at it like this. The owner up there baking the pies, he dishing out what he think everybody deserves. And let's dig a little further. Look, now people will say, well, man, everybody can't be business owners. No, they can't. And for the people that can't, you just pay them enough to stop thinking. That's the only thing you're doing is paying somebody enough to stop thinking. And let's break it down even more. I'm gonna use myself as an example. And we're not gonna use accurate numbers. We're just gonna throw some numbers out here, right? See, you have a guy getting up, going to work every day, and he realized, man, this slice of pie ain't enough, man. I got 5 children to feed. We can't eat this one slice of pie. I need the whole pie to feed my family. And I need a whole pie every week instead of getting that whole pie dished out to me over a course of 2 to 3 months. So you have a guy that's working a job. One day he wakes up and he realizes, hold on, man, I'm not getting nowhere. See, the job I'm on right now, I would never get anywhere by working there. Because the only thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna be chasing hours, which equals to overtime. And you look up, the seasons are passing you away. Spring has come and gone. Summer has come and gone. Winter has come and gone. And then it starts all over again. When you are working hourly, you're chasing hours. Let's dive just a little bit deeper. If you know, look, if you work 40 hours, this hypothetical numbers now. I'm just using easy numbers. If you work 40 hours, you bring home 800. You work 50 hours, you bring home 1,000. You work 60 hours, you bring home 1,200. You work 70 hours, you bring home 1,400. So you would be like, well, man, I want to keep getting these $1,400 checks. So you have to keep working 70 hours to keep getting those $1,400 checks. And you're gonna look up, a year is gonna pass you by, and you have not accomplished nothing. Let's back out and examine the whole thing. You work this whole 7 days, you know that's 1,400 in the queue. You work the next 7 days, it's another 1,400 in the queue. Hey, we ain't working this weekend. Dang, that's gonna be a short check. Just got your big boy out the queue. The 4th check is short one, but I'm gonna work this whole week to make that back up. You look up, a month and a half done passed you by. You wanna know why that is? It's because you're not living in your purpose. You're not using your talents and your gifts. You're just going to work every day. You're not gonna get anywhere like that. But man, how I change it? You have to sit back and examine what your gifts and your talents are, right? And a lot of y'all don't want to sacrifice. You didn't have to go buy that Hellcat. You didn't have to buy that jewelry. You didn't have to take that vacation. You could have took all that money and done something else with it. Because a lot of guys don't wake up until they're about 30 years old. That's when they look up. It's like their eyes, the scales drop off their eyes and they look up at 30, 35. Man, bro, I got this truck I don't need. I done ran up credit card debt. My woman act like I make $1 million the way she spend money. And they're working even more overtime to keep up that facade. And here's what a lot of guys do in the South that have a trade. Once they hit the salary flat line on the job that they are on, they start running up and down the highway working out of town because they never manage their money at home, and they think I need to go make more money, so they go run out of town, make more money. But what happens is they bring their lifestyle right on up with that money. But we're not talking about the money right now. We're talking about using your gifts and your talents, okay? Let's take a guy like Travis Hunter, the football player. He can be like, man, when he got out of high school, he can be like, man, I'm gonna go become a welder. And he probably could have got on the job, worked about 6-7 days a week, moved up to as a supervisor. It'd been cool. He got him a little apartment, Hellcat, and he could have been with the woman he went now. And everything would have been fine. But at some point, he would have hit a salary flatline. He'd been wondering, why haven't I figured it out? Why I can't make money? But see, he understands, let me use my talent and my gift to run up and down a football field, catch a football, get me millions of dollars. And then later on, I can build a shop and weld out of a shop in silos. See, I'm not living in my gifts and my talents by going to this job working 7 days a week. It's not getting me anywhere. See, working a job like this, only thing you are doing is fulfilling a, how can I say it? You're soothing the pain for now. But at some point, how can I say it? It's like you pouring gas. It's like you pouring gas over the fire. When you dump that gas on the fire, it cools everything down for about 2 seconds and it ignites again. That's the only thing a job is doing. A job ain't nothing but a lifeboat to get you back to shore. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's not meant for you to be there 30 and 40 years. You would never get anywhere like that. You would never get anywhere like that. And I'm saying this to the younger generation because these old guys are setting their ways. These old guys are already telling me I'm ignorant, I'm a fool. How do you talk down on the job that you go to every day? Because it's temporary. This is all temporary. I don't take none of this stuff serious. And you guys shouldn't either. Life is too short for me to get this job. Let's say I'm 35. Let's say, you know what? This is a cool job. I'm going to park it right here for 30 years. The most I will ever be out there is a supervisor. That's it. And my supervisor I work for, he said he makes $105 a year. You mean to tell me for the next 30 years I can count on $105 a year, $105,000 a year if I'm willing to put in all the overtime? Flip that. That's not, no. You know better, you do better. I understand you can take lawnmowers and go make $150,000 a year. So let me go do that instead of doing this. I do this when it gets slow. But for the meantime, I'm going to go do that. That's what you guys do. See, my oldest daughter, she can draw real good. She has one of her gifts is that she can draw. She does artwork. That's one of her gifts. So guess what Daddy gonna do? Pour into that gift. I'm pouring into that gift. So now I have to see what my next child is good at. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure, oh, this trash out. Flip this clock punching junk. But if that's what they want to do, then hey, go do that. But I know my oldest daughter's an artist because it bleeds out of her. I already see it. So I just got to figure out what my other daughters do. My wife is real good with arts and crafts. She's superb with it. She's real good at it. So we have to put that in motion, that into play. You want to operate with your gifts and your talents. You don't want to be running around here pole mouthing your whole life. Yeah, let me pull into this store and get me a tall boy.